Donald Glover, otherwise known as Childish Gambino, released a powerful music video over the weekend. It's already gotten more than 50 million views on YouTube. The 4-minute piece shows the rap star grinning and dancing while chaos completely unfolds in the background. And while we should mention the video does have a disturbing twist, some say the message is profound. We want to show you a part, but we've got to warn you, it does contain fictional scenes of gun violence.
Don't catch you slipping now. Look what I'm whipping now. This is America. Yeah. Don't catch you slipping now. Don't catch you slipping now.
And here with me now to discuss this, Dr. Tanisha Ford. She's an associate professor of Africana American Studies and History at the University of Delaware. And she's also the author of Liberated Threads, Black Women, Style, and the Global Politics of Soul. Okay, Dr. Tanisha, great to have you on set. Powerful images. I mean, to see him sort of dancing and then suddenly shooting up that black choir. What do you make of this?
Yes, Donald Glover, aka Childish Gambino. So much to unpack here. You know, when I first watched this, the initial bars of the song make me think of Lionel Richie's 80s classic, All Night Long, Dancing in the Street, you know, but then quickly it morphs into something that is way richer sonically and visually. It's a meditation on American gun violence, greed, and race. And for Donald Glover, those things have a root, and that root is a history of enslavement and robber barons who were really responsible for modern capitalism, all the way up to the politicians who made Jim Crow segregation the law of the land.
You know, you're looking at his outfit. There's just so much symbolism to unpack here. I mean, he shows up without a shirt, neutral pants. I mean, even his clothes have symbolism.
Exactly. So when I look at his outfit here, I'm thinking he's a blend of Frederick Douglass and a shirtless Al Green, you know, and also a version of himself that was in Magic Mike 2. But really what to me matters is seeing his body against this empty warehouse, because that warehouse for me is a visual metaphor of America as this uninhabitable space, you know, and it's one that Black youth are forced to live in, right? So who really is at the brunt of the forces that come together to speak to American greed and American gun violence? It's Black youth, and that's why we see them take center stage in this video, their school uniforms serving as a visual counterpoint to his shirtless body.
Interesting. You know, YouTube, was put up, I believe, on Sunday. 50 million YouTube hits. We were checking some of the reviews, many of them really positive. Why do you think this is resonating with so many people?
Because these are issues that are, again, affecting everyday Americans, from school shootings to policing in Black and brown schools. These are the issues that are affecting us. And that's why he says this is the America. This is the America that we live in daily, this America that is so chaotic with so many things that are on the 24/7 news cycle that it's hard to even take them all in. So that's why we have this really jaunty, upbeat, track music laced soundtrack, but then we also have chaos erupting in the scenes behind him.
Tell me more about him, the man, Donald Cook. What do we know?
Well, Donald Glover is this multifaceted artist, someone that we would consider a Renaissance man, right? Who's skilled at stand-up comedy, sketch comedy, all the way up through acting and directing. He has a following with his new show, Atlanta. It's in its 2nd season. And we see him collaborating in this video with his long-term collaborator, Hero Marai, who also works with him on Atlanta. And they're able to pull together their two audiences, and really because of that, they are able to see a video that traffics, that gets millions of viewers seemingly overnight.
You know, I called him Daniel Cook because it sort of reminds me of Sam Cooke's A Change Is Gonna Come.
Yes.
I'm just wondering if it has longevity. You're talking about moments, and that, you know, music can just really inspire people in certain moments. Do you think this is gonna have legs and last longer?
I think it will.
Yeah.
I think it will, because it's propelled by social media. It's also propelled by, you know, digital culture that is YouTube. But it reminds me not only of Sam Cooke, but also of Nina Simone's Mississippi Goddamn, her poignant tale of violence in Mississippi in the early 1960s. And like Donald Glover's This Is America, she uses a show tune as a backdrop for this very politically charged song. And I think, like that song, this song will find an audience that spans generations.
You know, when you talk about music and political statements and talking about issues that are really relevant, Kanye West recently came out in support of the president and got a lot of pushback for that with his fans. Someone like him, when you're mixing your music to make a statement, how do you compare the two? Is there even a comparison?
Well, you know, I don't want to make any easy comparisons because they're clearly two very different artists. But what I see in Donald Glover is a man who likes to live behind his art. He likes to let his art speak for his politics. Where Kanye is more of an out front, I'm the personality, I'm the art kind of artist. But Donald Glover seems to really live in a space of collaboration. He seems to be a person who loves to make us confront the ugly and the vile parts of American history. In that regard, he makes me think not only of an artist like an early Kanye in the heyday of his career, but also someone like Kara Walker or Hank Willis Thomas, who too do these very visually arresting pieces that make us grapple with the best and the worst of America.
Can a song really change gun violence?
Well, I don't know if a song can really change gun violence, but what a song and a visual like this can help us do is see ourselves. And sometimes we need that mirror to see just how ugly and heinous things have become in order to make a change.
Dr. Tanisha Ford, love having you on. Thank you.
Thanks, Raina.